Hello crafty people, little catch up with what I've been doing, what I've been crafting, and it hasn't really been that much because I'm a little bit on the move, going from where I live in France, in Brittany, to where I come from, which is Newcastle in the north of England. So I set out on this beautiful sunny day. This is in front of our train station, and I thought I'd just point out this piece of art. This only got put in 2021. Quite controversial at the time, probably because of money, but it's an aluminium horse, 4 metres tall, 3 tonnes, created by Jean-Marie Apriou. You might have noticed that it had 2 heads, and that's because it's based on a mythological creature. So this is what I took with me to do on the train and in the airport. Obviously knitting needles are a bit of a no-no, and I do like taking sewing, but it's quite tricky with the scissors, so it's crochet. So I was travelling on my own, so I definitely needed something to do with my hands. And although you can get an aeroplane from Paris to Newcastle, you have to be quite organised and get in a bit early. So since I'm not organised, I ended up having to go from Paris to Amsterdam to Newcastle. So there was quite a lot of sitting about. And of course walking down endless corridors, because these are massive airports. Charles de Gaulle is huge and Amsterdam is huge as well. So I just popped into the little gift shop. Really quite nice things. Very expensive things. I really did like this little notebook. I thought it was so cute. But there's about 10 pages in it. 10 euros. I think not. But it looks nice, doesn't it? You're only in the air for about an hour. They came and give you a mini packet of cheddars. This was on a Dutch airline. They come round with a packet of cheddars and a drink. But you're only up in the air for 5 minutes. In Air France, you get half a sandwich. But with the Dutch one, you get a little packet of cheddars. So obviously on these short flights, you don't get much crafting done, do you? It's more in the airport where you're sitting around, really. But I still must have something in my hands. Then when we landed in Amsterdam, it was just raining and cloudy. Then a bit more traipsing about down long corridors in airports, and a little bit more sitting about waiting for the plane. I must say that I very much appreciated my bum bag that I made. I made this in another video. And it was really practical. It was so good to just have your passport and a bit of money in your phone right in front of you, so you know that you weren't getting any pickpockets grabbing things out of your backpack. It was just really practical to have that, and comfortable. Another packet of mini cheddars, another cup of tea. And by this time of night, though, I couldn't be bothered anymore. I did a tiny little bit of crocheting on the second flight, but I got in at midnight, so I really just couldn't be bothered. But there we go, and that's how much I managed to get done. And here we are at Newcastle Airport at midnight. And thank you so much to my sister, my nephew and my niece who came out to get me in the middle of the night. And here we are at Newcastle. And just before I finish this little video, I'll show you the Newcastle Quayside market. This is a market that I've loved ever since I was a kid. Every Sunday it's on, and it's changed quite a lot during the years. And there's quite a few art things now. These miniatures that you can buy, kits. And I really like this artist. Ben Holland Art, this was called. He does lots of hand drawings of northeast iconic spots. So I really like this one in particular because I used to work in this cinema right in the middle a long, long time ago, and not for very long, and actually the cinema's not even there anymore, so it's quite nostalgic. So I just love markets in general, and you can get clothes, crocheted dresses, adapted denim jackets. There's lots of food trucks, really nice architecture. And I bought a couple of mugs from Northeast Captures, a photographer who also takes pictures of Northeast landmarks. So I got the Angel of the North and the Tyne Bridge. The Angel of the North being another controversial statue. That one was by Anthony Gormley. It's in Gateshead. 20 metres tall with a wingspan of 54 metres. Again, controversial at the time, again, probably because of money. And I finished my shawl, crochet. I got it finished. It is the month of August, but it is the northeast of England and it can get a bit nippy. I suppose I should say that this is the virus shawl. I forgot to say that earlier on. So there we go. Me with my mug and my finished shawl. Well, thank you so much for watching.